Okay, we should be live.
Okay.
Jules, can you let us know when we're live, please?
Yep, you are on. I can see you.
Okay, fantastic. Can you see both of us?
Yes.
We are good to go. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's an absolute honor and an exciting, or it is exciting for me to be having this conversation. Let me first introduce to you who I'm chatting with today. I'm chatting with Olivier. Olivier, is that how you say it?
Yeah, Olivier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have high standards. I want to say it right? Olivier Kili.
Yes.
I met Olivier Kili. I met Ollie at an event called Expert Empires run by Nick James in London, where we both had the privilege of seeing the man, GC, Uncle G, Grant Cardone, which was super inspirational. Why were we both there? Because we both have the same mentality, which is do whatever it takes. So, of course, Olivier was like, I follow you on Instagram or something. Can I interview you? I was like, yeah, man, of course you can interview me. Why? Because I'm always looking to do whatever it takes. Whereas Grant Cardone says, be omnipresent, be everywhere. And I very quickly got to know you and very quickly got to understand that your work ethic rivals mine. If anything, chatting with you and spending time with you makes me want to step up my game in terms of work ethic. So Olivier is the creator of the Rise Academy. He's a transformation specialist, fitness pro. He has helped hundreds of men around the world transform their bodies through their mind. And personally, just like me, he's also a competitive athlete. Not like me, he is a competitive athlete in bodybuilding and powerlifting. So, Ollie, first of all, welcome to have you, man. Super, super excited for this conversation. And I'm pumped because I just know this is going to be a high energy conversation. Welcome, man.
Thank you, man. That's really nice.
First of all, obviously, I've tagged you in my Facebook page. I encourage people always to follow more and more and more inspirational people all the time. We've got people checking in here from all over the world. Guys, let us know where you're from. When I say guys, it's got men and women. We got hellos, amazing, do whatever it takes. We got hi from Singapore, some people from London by the looks of it. We've got Instagram here, Instagram. I know you can't see Ollie, but you can follow him on Instagram. I think it is Olivier Kili, right?
That's the one, man.
Ivier Kili. Kili. We got Brownie Boy from Liverpool. We got more people from London. Fantastic. Guys, I promise you, we got USA, DC, Washington, DC.
Wow.
See, already I'm getting too much energy. Here's why. I got to slow myself the fuck down. I very seldom meet people on my level. Very seldom. And I say to my wife all the time, we got someone checking in from Dubai. Hey, Patricia, I've got to get around more people like me in terms of work ethic. Right? I'm relentless. I work 7 days a week. And most of the time, people in life will tell you, oh, you work too much, you work too hard, you should take a break. I can guarantee you, and I'm going to ask your opinion on this, Ollie. I can guarantee you that this motherfucker doesn't take a break. So, Ollie, tell us a bit about you, man.
Yes. First of all, man, it's a pleasure and honor to be on your channel today. And a little bit about me. I grew up in a small country in West Africa called Ivory Coast. We speak French there. That's why I've got the French accent. That's why my name is Olivier. And age 17, I moved to India and I spent 3 years in India.
Yeah.
And during those 3 years, obviously I studied and I learned about the outside world, you know. So I learned about like learning a new language, learning new cultures and stuff like that. And 2010, went back to Ivory Coast. My dad is in the military. The Ivory Coast is on the brink of a civil war. So my dad sit me down and he's like, right, I've got to do what I've got to do. So you're going abroad. So from that point on, obviously I came to the UK since 2010. studied in finance, worked in a bank, and I reached the point where I wasn't feeling that much satisfaction for my job, and I took the leap of faith, and I started following my passion. I certified as a trainer, started training, competing, and bearing in mind that I was always the small frame guy. I'm 6'4", and I was around 60 kilos back then. And I really wanted to change that. So I started obviously taking care of my body, start competing, doing the whole shebang. And I reached the point where I realized that doesn't matter how much muscle you have, if your head is messed up, it's not going to go anywhere. And I start obviously like embracing this personal transformation journey whereby I wanted to maximize everything when it comes to my body and my mind. And from that moment, that's where like Rise Academy was born. And I made it my mission to help men really upgrade in life.
What is Rise Academy?
So Rise Academy is an online coaching platform. So I support men and who want to really like take the next step in their life. So it's obviously starts with the mind, help guys really get clear on their goals and really having that whatever it takes attitude in life, and have those principles implemented in the way they actually take care of their bodies.
Can I just say for everyone listening, right? Ollie works with men, but everything that we're discussing, there's an echo somewhere. Everything that we're discussing is you can apply to anyone's life, right? So whatever it takes, work ethic, everything that we're going to discuss, I want to make sure that there's no females or no women in my audience or in my following or in my family, online family, that are checking out of this, because honestly, this is very important. For me, I've started to talk a lot about doing whatever it takes. And I actually came up with a quote just yesterday while I was coaching someone, and I was like, damn, I should write this stuff down. And I wrote it down, and I've never articulated it like this before. But this is the quote: if you do whatever it takes, you'll get whatever you want. Yep. Listen to that very carefully. If you do whatever, hey, Michelle, if you do whatever it takes, you'll get whatever you want. It's not fucking rocket science.
Yeah.
Now, sometimes doing whatever it takes means work ethic. Sometimes it means changing your thinking. Sometimes it means changing your standards. Sometimes it means changing who you're surrounding yourself with. Sometimes it means investing in an event when you know, fuck, it's a lot of money to go to this event, whatever. You know, that's doing whatever it takes. We wouldn't have met if we didn't do whatever it takes, get our asses to London and spend a day in a bloody conference room, closed conference room, at a high ticket price event. You know, that's what doing whatever it takes is. But I can talk to you all day long about whatever it takes, but I'd like to get your opinion, Ollie. First of all, just some more comments coming here. Vic says, good to have you guys. Tom Wilkins says, I'm in north of England on a train heading to London, doing whatever it takes. That man does whatever it takes all the time. Shaheen says, I work on my holidays because I choose to and I can. We've got Vic saying hi from Abu Dhabi. Gulam says hi from Pakistan. Man, I love online. It's so cool.
Yeah,
London, USA, Dubai, more London. Okay, awesome. So in your opinion, the do whatever it takes lifestyle or way of thinking or principle, what does it mean and how do you apply it in your own life?
Right. Great question. From the moment I left my office job, I knew I had to do whatever it takes, because, you know, like when you take the leap of faith as an entrepreneur, you have to do things a different way. So for me, like doing whatever it takes literally means doing whatever it takes. Like I start my day literally by packing everything, and I live in small blocks of 15 minutes. That's one. And two, I've got big giant goals, you know, and I've realized very early in my entrepreneur career that if you want to do and if you want to have what most people don't have, you need to do what they don't do. And I've realized that many people actually are scared of stepping out. And for me, it started, the whatever it takes attitude started with obviously having like a packed day. You know, like I'm a member of the 4:30 a.m. club. I'm up every morning at 4:30. And first thing I do, I write my big, massive, giant, scary goals. And they asked the first time I did that, I got scared. I was like, oh shit, how am I going to do that? And then obviously, like, the more I do it and the more I write those goals down, the more actually I can see myself getting close to those goals. Then from 5 a.m., I get my workout, come back, hit the shower, spend time with my son. And by 8:30, when everybody's up, I've already like done my workout. I've already posted at least like 3 times, 4 times on social media. My day is already scheduled, and I'm fully energized. And that's how I approach my day every single day. Like even Saturday, Sundays, that's literally every single day. And for me, doing whatever it takes means you want way more than average. And I've quickly realized that I can't settle for average because I've seen it in society. I can't settle for what everybody is going for, which is the easy route. Doing whatever it takes means being uncomfortable sometimes. It means making big bets on yourself sometimes as well. And you've got to make those moves.
Yeah, baby. Man, I love that so much. And, like I said before, it's not rocket science. If you want whatever it is that you want, you just got to be willing to go all out. You want a great relationship? Go all out. You want to earn more money? Go all out. What Grant Cardone talks about. If you want to understand this, doing whatever it takes, there's a great book by Grant Cardone called The 10X Rule. Oh, yeah. It's very simple. Just everything that you're doing, just times it by 10 and apply more action, more attention, more intention, more visualization. Expect 10 times more from yourself because I just don't believe in excuses. And actually, I told a client, I like how you said that. I can't remember the exact words you use, but, you will not settle. I think settling is a selfish act, because if life is all about getting the most out of your life so that you can contribute to the world or your family, your mother, your brother, your sister, your son, your daughter, whatever, life is about contribution. Life is about giving. Tony Robbins says that the secret to living is giving. I say the most extraordinary way to live is to give. And for you to do that, you have to get the most out of yourself. So I think that even living a good life, like, this, that's good enough attitude, fuck that, right? That is settling. And like one of my greatest heroes in the world said, Nelson Mandela, there is no passion to be found in living a life that is less than the one you are capable of living. No passion. There is no passion in average. There is no passion in settling. And like I said to a client this morning, I said, the day you settle is the day we part ways. And they went, I said, I refuse to let you settle. Because if you are settling, it's because of fear, trauma, the people around you. But no one in life at their core wants to settle. Now, let me just share what brought me onto this conversation or this podcast, whatever you want to call it, with Olivier. It's this. I met him at an event where we both did whatever it takes to get to this event. I could only make one day, but rather than not turn up and not show up, I did whatever it takes. And I turned up for one day of the 2 days. He met me. He said, can we do a podcast? I said, yes. Boom. Next week, we're live on Facebook, Instagram. But actually, I was only live on Facebook with him. I was only live on Facebook with you. And what you taught me is, hey, do whatever it takes. I already lived that. But in that moment, I realized I wasn't doing whatever it takes. And I'm looking at you, and you've got your computer, you got your phone, you got a camera. I'm like, fuck, man, this guy literally maxes out in everything that he does. So I'm doing a Facebook Live interview right now. Go to my Facebook page, JPDV Peak Performance. But I'm also live on Instagram. The reason why I'm live with you guys on Instagram is because of Olivier. It's like, bro, you don't have to settle for being live in one place. Just be live, on Instagram while you're live on Facebook. And I know it sounds simple, but even for me, I didn't think that. So I learned that from you. And then at the end of our podcast, you said to me this. I can't remember the exact words, but it was something along these lines. JP, within the next 24 hours, I'll have the recording of this content sent to you in a Dropbox folder via email. I also would have split up certain things so you can take little clips and put it on social media. I would have posted on social media clips from our talk, and I will have shared it with you and tagged you. And I was like, holy shit, This guy is next level. Honestly, I believe this. I said this to my wife earlier, Ollie. I said, if everyone had an attitude like you, there'd be a lot more successful people in the world. And I really believe that, man. So I know that right now, right, you're doing this social media thing, and I'm just going to put it out there. I looked at your social media. It looks like obviously you're just starting out. Well, you've not been doing it for very long. You know, your viewership isn't very high, but the amount of work ethic and the value of the content that you're putting out is very high. You know, in terms of fitness, what I love so much is that when I'm working out at 5 a.m., the only other person I can see working out at that time on social media is you, my man.
Thank you.
I'm in the gym, I'm taking a rest, and I'm looking on social media, and there's a post from Ollie, 5:50 a.m., 5:30 a.m. Because no one else, Greg says, how do we find Oliver? Go to just Instagram, Olivier, so Olivier, and then his surname is Kili, Kili, on Instagram and on Facebook. But check him out, man. Look at the guy's physique.
Thank you.
High standard. So obviously, what I was trying to get to here is, I'm just bigging you up, but obviously this needs to be a two-way conversation. We got Kat saying great advice. We got Marjana saying dzień dobry, and then a whole lot of words I can't understand. But thank you so much. We got some hearts coming in, some, I don't know, what are these, thumbs up signs. You're doing all the social media stuff. I'm a big fan of why, Ollie. Why are you so fucking relentless on social media?
Yes. So when I first started with Rise, I've realized something. You know, I've realized that okay, we are a bunch of personal trainers in the space. Okay, and it's fairly easy to become a personal trainer these days. It's a 6-week course. Now, with that, I wanted to make a much bigger impact. And for me, having that whatever it takes attitude, if I wanted to have a bigger impact, I would have to put massive effort, massive level of action. And that's why I was like, okay, first of all, I need to spread the message. It's not just about getting a big biceps, it's about getting your head right. You know, and that's kind of like the first step of my giant plan is creating awareness about my message. And that's why I do through social media, which is back then I used to post once on Instagram doing like an ab selfie and stuff like that. But now it's more about like sharing the message, and I want to amplify every single vehicle at my disposal. Like literally every morning by 10 o'clock, I've already got like 5 Instagram posts, a blog written on both LinkedIn, Medium, a video ready. Like I want to maximize it. And as Grant used to say, you know, we both following, and I just want to really pound that message so loud because there is so much negativity out there. There is so much misinformation out there, and it's my mission to correct it. And the reason for that is I've been through that. You know, I've been exercising, doing the whole fitness thing for 11 years, and I went through the mistakes. I went through the mental breakdown, and I went through all these things.
Yeah.
And I can see many people going through the same. And I made it my mission to really help those people. I mean, I work with guys who came in, and I mean, everybody says I used to be in shape, and then something happened or life happened, you know. And I used to tell those clients, everything happens because of you. You know, like if life happened, it didn't happen to you. It happens because of you. It's because you put yourself on the back seat. When I'm up every morning and I see you like on Instagram at 5 o'clock, and I'm like, that's the attitude. You know, you can't tell me that because you're working a 12-hour shift, you can't take care of your body and your mind, because this is BS, you know. And I'm doing this as well because I became a father 2 years ago, and I want to be a great role model for my son. I want to show him the way that in life, if you want to get whatever you want, you got to do whatever it takes. And that's where comes that work ethic. Because literally from 4:30 all the way to 8 p.m., I'm creating that legacy of mine, and I want to really make an impact in the world.
Man, that I resonate with every single thing that you're saying. So inspiring. And I totally agree with everything you're saying. I don't know where that echo is coming from.
I don't think so, yeah.
Yeah, but I totally agree with you. And we got more people agreeing with you here. We got people saying that they're following you while they're talking, while they're listening.
Thank you. Thank you.
Following you. My big goal is to inspire the world. That's my big thing. Inspire the world, inspire the world. Inspire the world to do what? What's the result of that? It's greater leaders, more leaders. And when I say greater leaders, I mean people that, number one, lead from the heart and not from the head. And greater leaders that, number two, aren't looking to influence the world through education or whatever, or preaching, but it's through influencing themselves. Because everyone in the world wants to be inspired. Everyone in the world wants inspiration. We thrive from inspiration. Even in the most natural environments and tribes, in the African bush, the Amazon jungle, the desert, the elders are there to tell stories and inspire the youngers, whether young in body, young in age, young in mind, to go on and do great things and to think in a great way. And I believe this. Number one, everyone wants to be inspired. And number two, the greatest way to inspire the world or anyone is to live an inspired life, to be a person of inspiration, to live in spirit, to do what you love what you do, to do whatever it takes, to get out of your own way. And you epitomize all of those things, my man. More people following you. Tom says the energy you two are transmitting is sensational, world-class. Absolutely. This guy's world-class. And like I said, look, I consider myself world-class, not because I'm better than anyone else, but because I've put in the practice for years and years and years. And when you practice enough, you become good at something. So you're always practicing your excuses, or you're practicing getting results. And getting results is all about daily effort. Daily, doing things daily. I love what you said about being up since 4:30 and working relentlessly until 8 p.m. And some people might say, "Oh, it's not worth it." What's the point? What's the point of working so hard? But like you said, and the last thing you said, which was something along the lines of, if you want to go where most people won't go, you need to be prepared to do what most people won't do. And that's the thing. You need to be prepared to do, make the sacrifices that most people won't make today so that you can live a life that most people won't live tomorrow. And so many people in my life, and I'll pass over to you in a second. So many people in my life, including family. If you're watching this, I fucking love you. So many people in my life have told me you work too hard. You don't have enough balance. You need to chill out more. You need to spend more time with friends. And with all due respect, 100% of those people that told me that aren't where I am today. What I mean is I've achieved more spiritually, emotionally, had more breakthroughs in my life. I have more freedom. No one more successful than me has ever told me, ever in my whole life, that I work too hard. No one in better shape than me has ever told me that I exercise too much. No one leaner than me has ever told me that I eat too well, or I'm too lean. Tony Robbins always said, stand guard to the door of your mind and surround yourself with inspirational people. So let me ask you a question, Ollie.
Yeah.
Who inspires you? Who are your role models? Who do you look up to? We mentioned Grant Cardone. Who else? Who are the people that you look up to that allow you to get up in the morning and go?
Clearly, I look at Tony as well, and really for the mindset stuff. I do look at you, and I didn't get a chance to get that out. I told you when I met you at Expert Empire, like I read about you in a book, actually, the KPI book, and I was like,
recently oversubscribed.
Yeah, oversubscribed with the KPI. Both I've got both books anyway, and I was like, this guy got some work ethic, and back then, obviously, I was a personal trainer in a gym, and obviously, I could relate to your story, and I was like, wow, I mean, he's got the work ethic, and I start following you. I've been following you for years, by the way. You know what I mean? And I was like, well, he's got the work ethic. He's public speaking. He's helping and inspiring people, and that's the kind of person I look up to. Obviously, people like Grant, Gary V, Tony Robbins. Those are the big names. And not only like I follow those people and I listen to what they say, but I also look at what they do, because we live in an era where there is a lot of like gurus and stuff, but I look at what they do. You know what I mean? And I look at your work ethic, Gary work ethic, Grant's work ethic, and I'm like, wow. You know what I mean?
There's a pattern there, right?
It's a pattern. You know what I mean? Like they're showing up every day, and they're literally doing the work. They're doing what's needed to be done. And that's, I think for me, it was the moment where I started changing the way I see social media. Like a couple of years ago, I was a consumer. You know, I'll go on my Instagram, spend like hours double tapping pictures, looking at everybody else. Now what I do, every single social media, as soon as I open it, 90% of the time, I'm giving something. I'm producing content, I'm replying to comments, and then only 10% of the time I'm consuming, because I want it to move from the place of the consumer to the creator. And guys like you, Grant and Gary, really inspire me to do that.
One of my books, I talk about the C's in success.
Yeah.
And I've often said that when I was younger, I had the C plan, right? But I had the wrong C. My C was consumption.
Yeah.
And when I realized I had the wrong plan and I changed my C plan to the right C plan, which was contribution, everything changed for me.
Yeah.
So doing whatever it takes. And by the way, Brownie Boy says I try to live by the rule of getting comfortable with being uncomfortable. Absolutely. Every single day. That's where the magic happens. I've never seen magic happen in comfortable, ever. So when I changed to contribution, everything changed for me, and everything changed for the people around me, because I wasn't trying to see what I could get from them. I was always trying to see what I can do for them. David says, thanks for sharing your journey. I think that's for you. You're welcome. Doing whatever it takes yes, it's very much about work ethic, but work ethic isn't necessarily about action, blog, social media. It's like Oliver said, it's about contribution. And anyone that knows me knows that there's a theme in my communication. Whenever I'm communicating with people, it's always, how can I serve you? How can I help you? What can I do for you? If you make that a mantra for your life, I promise you, things will start to shift at a radical speed.
Yeah, I totally agree with that, and I want to rebound on it. Like the fact that I'm here and obviously like doing an interview with somebody I look up to, because I approach this whole situation from the point of like contribution. When I approach you at Expert Empire, I'm like, okay, there's somebody I look up to. What can I do for him? And I was like, okay, I'm going to create huge social media content for you, and I'm just going to give it to you for 20 minutes of your time.
You did it, man.
And that was I didn't want to approach you and be like, oh yeah, give me 20 minutes of your time for my podcast. I approached it from how I can serve you and your audience. And that makes a massive difference, like in terms of like, rather than taking, giving.
Yeah. I mean, like you asked me for something. Can I do an interview with you? Right. And that's like, can I get some of you? But what I got in return from you was totally unexpected. I mean, I shared you took some of my words from the interview, you put it in a picture, and you shared it on social media. I then took that, I reposted it and tagged you. And that just sums up that saying of the more you give, the more you get. Really doing whatever it takes is about work ethic. It's about, like Arnold Schwarzenegger says, if you think, have 6 hours of sleep. If you're one of those people that say, that you need 8 hours of sleep, just sleep faster. It's whatever it takes, but it's also in any moment of your day. Even, we get good at what we practice. So even when you go to the shop, you do your shopping, you go to a coffee shop and you see someone at the cashier and you think, man, this person's not having a good day. Do whatever it fucking takes. Turn it around. Because if you go in everything that you do whatever it takes in the gym, in the shop, with your friends, at home, with your clients, on social media, guess what you're instilling in you? You're instilling this drug of do whatever it takes, do whatever it takes. And at one point in your life, you'll reach a point where it'll go from conscious to subconscious. It'll go from doing, meaning I've got to do whatever it takes. It'll move to being. This is who I fucking am now. I am someone that does whatever it takes. I'm out of my own way. And everywhere I go, I look to serve and to contribute. And that's what I love about you doing. So in terms of, looking at contribution, you've got some fans on here already, man. And we've not even...
Thank you.
We've only just been live for half an hour, just over half an hour.
Yeah.
Susan says, hey, Susan, a collaborative way of working in society is the way forward. Absolutely. It's exactly what I'm doing with you, Susan. Susan Kabani has a company called Eugenie that creates local to global communities through creating apps for her clients. We're actually building something really, really amazing together. My meeting is after this. So everyone watch out. I have my own membership, if you don't know, called LFU, Life Fitness University, which is weekly live coaching with me, a private Facebook community, a library of over 100 hours of coaching videos. And now, thanks to Susan, we are building an app too, or I'm using her app as a way to, as an enabler to be able to serve my audience and my followers and my students through technology. So if you're interested in that, Ollie, connect with Susan, who's commenting on this video. She also says we need to put ourselves in other people's shoes more. We don't know what is going on in their lives. The impact of a small, kind gesture can have a massive... Honestly, so true. There are little things that I've done for people. And, let's use something that's relative to what we're doing right now. We're doing a video. There are people, and Ollie, this is going to happen to you a lot in your life, man, if it hasn't happened already. People are going to contact you and say, I watched a video of yours and it changed my life. I've had someone tell me that I was on the brink of I was considering suicide, and I found a video of yours. And I just started watching your videos every morning. It makes me emotional thinking about it. But this is the ability that you have within you. Everyone has the ability to contribute. Everyone has the ability to show up and do whatever it takes, to be that leader, to be that heart leader, to be that person of inspiration. And I want to, Louisa says, LFU, sign up, best thing you will ever do today. You can go to my website and check that out. But we're not here to talk about me. Thank you, Louisa, so much. I now want to give people the opportunity to work with you, to go on their journey with you. I believe that you have to have multiple role models and mentors and coaches, advisors, people that are there on your side, in your corner, on your team, people that have your back. You can never have enough of these people. And, whether they follow you on social media or they come and, download your book or do your program, I would really love you to share a bit about how do you contribute towards people today, and how can people contribute to you, and how can they work with you? I'll hand over to you.
Yeah. So my primary vehicle is Rise Academy. As it's an online coaching platform. We cover mindset, mobility.
Something's happening to your sound.
I think I'm echoing a little bit.
Yeah. Your volume's going in and out.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, let's go again.
All right. So my primary place to help and contribute is through Rise Academy, which is obviously an online coaching platform. And we've got literally, I think we've got 700 videos in there. We cover anything from fitness, nutrition, mindsets, and mobility. And that's how I contribute to the men I'm working with. And right now, obviously, I'm giving away, actually, there it is. I'm giving away this, which is the workout manual, because one of the things I hear the most is guys saying, one, I don't have time, and then two, I don't know what to do. So I'm giving this away. It's pretty much the whole workout manual for Rise Academy. There's an ebook for that. There's a hard copy as well. And I'm giving it away. It's 7 quid. This is not even like, it's pretty much like a gift. So that's how I contribute to society. I want to see us men, people moving more. And in this manual, you will find like workouts, which are literally 20 minutes you can do at home. You'll find workouts which are more advanced you can do in the gym, literally giving you like a roadmap. Because I know that when I first started, first of all, I got the injuries, then I lost the motivation. So this manual is kind of like keeping you like motivated and driven throughout your journey.
Oliver, thank you so much, man. I think that there's still an echo issue going on here. It's echoing. Kevin says, hi from India. Please say hello. Hello, Kevin.
Hello.
Greetings from the UK, from both Ollie and myself. Did you hang on? I thought you were gonna do it for like £7 or something. Are you giving it away?
It's £7. It's £7, literally.
Yeah, but didn't you just say that you're giving it away?
Yeah. For £7, getting 4,500 hours of workout, I think it's free.
It's basically free.
Oh, right. Okay. So it's not free. It's £7.
I will give you a link to share with your audience. I've got a free trial to the academy as well, which is set up right now. I'll send you the link after this one. If guys want to check it out, I'm going to give you the link for that as well.
Okay, so there's a link to a free trial, and you can buy the workout manual, which has all of the workouts, things you can do at home. It's £7. That's $10.
Yeah.
Right. That's the cost of a health and fitness magazine, which has about 2 to 3 workouts in on average, maybe 5 if you're lucky. And I think I read before that is there 4,500
hours of workout in there.
That's insane, man. I read about it before doing this interview, and I was thinking, how long did it take you to write that?
It took me a whole night to put it together, and then that was it.
That's incredible, man. So we've got some people following you here already. Once again, go to Olivier Kili on Instagram, Olivier Kili on Facebook. You can find his name. If you're watching this on Facebook, you can find his name already.
If you Google me, you'll find anything about me, literally. Anything.
Oliver, I have a couple of questions for you.
Yes.
Number one, what is your someday goal? You know, everyone has you call it or Jack Canfield calls it the BHAG, big, hairy, audacious goal. You call it the big, scary goal. What's that someday goal for you? Like, someday I would love to.
Yeah. As I said before, I write down my goals every day. So I'm going to literally read to you what I wrote this morning, because I've got my my journal here. So one of my goals is to help 1 million men around the world. Helping them transform their body, their mind, their relationship, and really making an impact. That's one of my crazy goals. And the other one, which I wrote, number 2, is speak in front of a live audience of 100,000 people.
Wow.
So, I mean, I've got some crazy one as well. I've got some monetary one. I own a fitness empire generating 60 millions of sales per year.
60 million what?
Pounds.
Okay, good. Not rupees, no?
Not rupees, pounds. And I've got another one as well. Obviously, I'm featured in TV, radio, great podcasts, Inc., Entrepreneur, Forbes, Men's Health. Like, these are the 5 goals I wrote this morning. Literally every morning I write them down, and they fuel me throughout the day. Exactly.
Well, that kind of answers my next question.
Yes.
When you think about your big goals, how does it make you feel?
Right now, at first I thought it was scary. I'm not going to deny that. I was like, oh shit. And now I look at it, I'm like, you know what, it's doable. Because when I look at the amount of activity I do every single day, like taking little steps, connecting with the right people, learning from my mistakes, because I still do mistakes. I'm not a superhuman. They're perfectly doable.
Next question.
Yeah.
Even in the relentlessness of the pursuit of your happiness and your success, I believe that fearless is an attitude, but I think that it's literally impossible to be fearless, because we all have fear that drives us, right? Fear fuels us. What's your greatest fear?
Since I became a father, I think it's something happening to my family. And I've got so much love for my son and my wife to be, that's like, it's scary, and my son, I mean, even when he has a cold, like I'm shitting myself literally. So right now that's where I am. And obviously, like, I don't think, because my whole purpose, everything I do now revolves around that family. And because they are so supportive. You know, the entrepreneur world is a lonely place, and for me to have that support system means a lot to me. You know what I mean? And that's my biggest fear, because I know that I've got the drive, I've got the passion, I've got the work ethic. And for me, it's my family, number one.
Wow. That's amazing, man. Mine's quite similar to you. It's not being able to provide for my family.
Yeah.
And then as a result of that, having a life that I had, you know, growing up, and my mom had when I grew up, it wasn't fun. So very inspirational, man. Once again, like I said, a true heart leader with the attitude of doing whatever it takes to get whatever I want for me and my family, or for you and your family. We got more people saying hello. Bro, thank you so much, man. Super inspirational. Love this conversation. Definitely at some level, we will.
It's an honor and a privilege to talk to somebody I used to look up to, and then now obviously be on your platform.
Used to look up to. At some level, we will continue this. You know, I don't know at what capacity, when. My contribution will be to promote this conversation to as many people as I can your way. You know, any men that want to go out there and get more out of their lives, and even just for women to follow you on social media.
We started something with my wife to be, and pretty awesome, because she's been through some challenging times, and then she's sharing a story with women, and it's gonna be something really good, because we've been through some tough times, and just stay on the loop. If you follow me, you'll see some stuff coming from the ladies' side as well.
Amazing, man. Thank you so much again for your time, bro. Do me a favor, that link, so that people listening to this.
Yes, absolutely. I'll put that. I'll send that to you right after that, and then we take it from there, brother.
Cool. Then I will stick it in the title of this video. I'll stick it in the comments.
Absolutely.
On social media, and I'll just finish up and just say, keep doing what you're doing, man. It's truly inspirational. And is any way that I can ever help you to go out there and do whatever it takes, just let me know, man. You know my number.
Okay. It's an honor. It's an honor to be on your platform, and I'm already grateful, more than grateful for that. So thank you very much, JP. Thank you a lot.
Awesome, bro. I'll chat to you. Well, I'll probably chat to you just after we log out of this call. But thanks again for showing up on this call, and thanks to everyone that checked in. We really appreciate it. Thank you,
everybody. Thank you to everybody who just followed me. I will follow you back, and I hope you can get something from what I'm doing.
Yeah, all the likes. We appreciate the likes, the comments, and of course, a message is a good message, or a great message is always worth sharing. So please share this video as many times as you can. Thanks, guys. Peace out, and speak to you soon. Bye-bye.